Welcome to the All Jammed Up podcast presented to you by Music Never Stopped. Today is Thursday, October 30th, and today we have a full episode of Chloe's Corner, recapping Billy Strings.
What are you doing, podcast for Lot?
Yeah.
Come be on a Lot podcast.
Yeah, hell yeah, All Jammed Up.
This dude's doing a podcast. If you want to be on some podcast, come give an interview.
Hell yeah.
All
Good morning, fools. Welcome to the All Jammed Up podcast. Today is Thursday, October 30th, and today we have a very unique episode of the All Jammed Up podcast. If you're watching on the video, you can see Chloe and I are in a hotel room. Today is Tuesday as we're doing this, and we go to Halloween tomorrow, so we'll have limited Wi-Fi, limited all that stuff, so we figured, why don't we just do a recap of this weekend?
We're trying to crank these out for you guys so you don't
Yep.
have to miss an episode.
Yep, we'll have an interview. After we do this, we're going to go interview Jamie Buffett, and then we're going to put that episode so it goes out Monday, because if you remember a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, we were talking about there's a potential that we'd miss an episode, and we don't really want to miss any episodes. So we're doing what we can to get a full episode out, and Billy Strings in Halloween or in Huntsville was so awesome that we thought it deserved its own episode, own hour of Chloe's Corner. And for the new listeners who don't know about Chloe's Corner, on Thursdays, so every episode's set up like Monday's an interview, Thursday is also an interview, but typically the Thursday interviews are a little shorter, and we wrap up with Chloe's Corner where we kind of go over shows that we saw this week or
Previews of what's coming up.
or just anything.
Or I
really.
talk about my plants, which happens a lot.
We're kind of just all over the place with Chloe's Corner.
Yeah, wherever my mind wants to take us. So now you have to sit through an entire episode of that.
Yeah, and we're going to go over all 3 nights, what we liked, the people that were there, the new friends we made, talk about the Lot podcast some. So, yeah, I guess we'll just
get it rolling.
get it rolling. So we drove down to Huntsville on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We got there pretty early.
Yeah, we or probably like 3 o'clock we got there.
Yeah.
Show wasn't until about 7:30.
Well, that's how they tricked
But
us.
okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But happened to stumble upon a Blew Up Barbecue, which is a
Yes.
restaurant that Clint's friend owns.
Yep,
In New Orleans, and they just expanded out to
Huntsville.
Huntsville.
And I knew that going there, but like I forgot about it.
We just happened to park right next to it because we were going into REI to kill time.
Yeah, to get some
Get
more
my boy some new
sandals.
shoes.
And I got 2 new pairs of shoes, which if you know me, I don't ever
Spent money on himself.
or
ever.
wear shoes. And I got 2
Or that,
I got
or that.
2 pairs of shoes because the Birks are just hard to wear for shows sometimes.
Yeah, you get bad back in the Birks.
Yeah, so I got some sandals that have a little more support, and then when I bought the sandals, they gave me a gift card. So I found these like nice Merrells that were like $40.
And got the shoes.
Yeah, and I don't have any like actual pairs of shoes. And living in Asheville, I wore slippers all winter last year in Asheville, so
Yeah.
that was probably a good investment for me.
Yeah, I just have Birkenstocks I've been wearing with socks, so I should probably soon upgrade. I do hate wearing shoes. They make my feet feel constricted. They make my toes hurt.
I mean, I wore my sandals with socks 2 of the nights, and both nights I took them off.
Yeah, I'm a shoeless gal when it comes to shows. There was even someone sat, I think, next to us, or maybe they were behind us in line, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to be
Yeah.
taking your shoes off in this place." And me and Clint just kind of looked at each other and were like, "We
I was
only
like,
go
buddy, these are
shoeless.
coming off immediately.
So you're gonna get warts here."
He was talking about getting athlete's foot, and I'm like, you guys are talking about the drugs you've been doing all day, and you're worried,
about athlete's
a little
foot?
athlete's foot?
A little itch on your toes.
That's my like favorite thing is like on lot you hear all these people like, oh, I don't want to eat that, like it's not natural, I only use these natural, and I was like,
We heard I don't want to spray hairspray. I don't like the chemicals floating around.
and then like
me.
a minute later she was like, can I have, doesn't even know what's in the bag, just sees a bag of
Can I have
powders.
that bag?
Can I try some of that?
Yeah.
Doesn't even know what it is.
Like, come on, you don't want chemicals around you.
But I mean, I guess same.
I mean, same. Okay, same. First thing I think we should discuss is all the lights.
Saxton Weller?
Saxton Weller?
Saxton, I believe it's Saxton Weller. Waller, maybe?
Waller, I think it was.
Saxton Waller.
Saxton Waller. Yeah. The lights were an upgrade.
I do wish that there was like the projections because I like to watch their hands.
That's very fair. And we were up in section 309. We had a killer section.
We did.
The people around us for the first 2 nights did not agree.
Well, there was no one with us next to us the first night.
You're right.
So
we had that space.
We had plenty of room to dance.
And then there was a girl sat next to me the second night that I'm a mobile person at these shows. I like to get down. She did do the old stick my feet out and mark my territory, which I respect. It's your seat. I get that.
She was nice. She just didn't.
Nice.
She seemed like her boyfriend kind of dragged her there, and she was probably just like, I don't want. Which is like, if you're not into Billy Strings, and like I can get that crowd can be a lot. So like I get it. I get where she's coming from. If you're not into it, you're not into it. You wanted to go to a show with your boyfriend, and
he was having a great time, up and dancing and everything. And it does, when you're not in the mood for a show, it is kind of like a lonely feeling and an annoying feeling.
Yeah.
When
it's
you're just in a crowd
too, like,
that you don't really like desire to be in. I've been there. I can relate, but definitely not at a Billy String show. I'm in with the people at the Billy String show.
So we ate at Blue Oak Barbecue, and then
backtrack.
We wanted to go set up in Lot because we were going to camp there, but they told us we couldn't come into Lot. So we went to like this other just big parking lot near the shopping center, and the guys at REI told us, they were like, if you can't get in the lot, just park
in REI.
Just park in REI.
Like, you'll be good.
They're like, yeah, we'll make sure you guys are good. So that was nice. But we just parked over there, and then we ran into some Asheville folk after. Well, we ran into Luke on Lot, right? First?
Yes. Yeah, they were walking in Lot. We had just gotten there, and we're walking around, and so we kind of stopped and talked to them for a second. Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, we're just a couple rows down. Like, they let us in. They were like, we're butt to butt with Alec. So
yeah.
They were like, if you find your way
Alec
over.
After the show, and then she was like, if you just go down this road, there's no one asking.
Yeah.
So we came in that road, and then we were able to set up with Asheville folks.
Yeah, moral of the story, we pulled in. Alec just told us, A9, but not too far. That's the only direction we got. We happened to whip right in next to him. So
with Jimmy, shouts out Jimmy.
With Jimmy, we
Drayton and Margot.
Yeah, we had a really lovely little Asheville group, like a group of familiar people that we were around. We ran into Troy and Mason as soon as we got there as
all
well.
The kids,
some of the Lock kids.
Which sparked a big controversy on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that we are pretty good at being like a middleman between the two groups of people that are at the Billy shows. I feel we're pretty neutral ground, and I do believe everyone that knows us thinks that as well.
Well, like, I'm all like, I pay for the shows
that we go to, yeah.
Because I don't. It seems stressful to be out there before a show trying to get miracled. Like,
and we tried once at Billy in Asheville, and we were maybe out there for like 30 minutes, and then we were like,
this is too much.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just buy my tickets.
But it is still part of the scene to get miracled. Also, a miracled ticket is already a purchased ticket.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys do sneak in, which like. I don't really. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
yeah, I wouldn't do it. I get too scared.
Yeah, but
again, we tried one time. We felt too guilty. We turned around and went back home.
Yeah.
So, I do believe it's part of the culture. You can't get mad at it. It's part of the scene. You can't be upset. You have your ticket. If you're upset by it, don't go near it.
Yeah, I agree.
Moral of the story. But walking into the venue.
Night one. So we're still night one, right?
Clint had a little peek out of an argument between a couple.
Oh, yeah.
And it just made us very thankful during that whole set that we have each other.
We walk in, and the girl, it's a guy and a girl, and the girl can't find the tickets. And the guy just looks at her, and he's like, whatever her name is, I can't remember. He's like, you're already ruining my night. Like, they haven't even got into the venue yet.
They're looking for their tickets on their phones. They have the tickets.
Right
she
past
just can't
security, but before the ticket booth. And he's like, you're already ruining my night. And she just, like, puts the phone down, looks at him, and is like, you've ruined my whole day. Oh. And I was just like, damn.
Oh, that breaks
terrible.
my heart.
If they were doing a 3-night run, too, that's and, like, I said this multiple, because we didn't really have a plan when we got there.
Yeah.
And we were like, we'll figure out where to camp. We'll find someone. If we don't, we'll figure it out like we always do. And it got to the point where, like, we don't really know what we're going to do soon. And then we figured it out, and it was all good. And I was just like, I'm so happy you're my girlfriend. Because seeing how these other people interact with each other sometimes, like, we both knew that and just trusted each other that like we'd figure it out.
Yeah, like
And we
if
did.
it came down to it, we're somewhere we don't feel safe, we'll go find somewhere safe. Like,
Yeah, if we have to drive 30 minutes to a
to
campsite or a hotel,
or
like
a rest
so
stop
be it. Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, we're thank goodness we're pretty flexible in that regard. That's definitely something I've learned through being with you, though.
Yeah.
Because your girl would not have been sleeping in the back of a car for 3 nights 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That probably would not have been a thing. I probably would have been the "you're ruining my night" kind of girl, which is sad. But no, we work well on that. But it did throughout that whole first set. We both were kind of on the vein of like, thank God you are who you are.
So let's get into the first set before the music. So it said on the tickets, it said
my
show at
stars.
7:30. So
we're asking people around to show at 7:30. We're verifying.
So like 6:40, we're like, let's take some Molly. So then like right when the music starts,
We're starting to come up a little
we're
bit.
starting to come up with the music, right? Well, the he didn't come out till 8, and the Molly hit a little early.
So we're there at 7:30, starting to feel it. I'm getting.
We're in the show though, at like 6:40.
Yeah, we're in the venue.
Yeah.
We're inside. We're like, oh wow, the line wasn't bad at all. We're
Yeah.
like, we got right in here. How is it so empty still?
And I thought too, I was like, he always starts at 8, but maybe because like
Maybe there's like a
it's
sound
an outdoor
ordinance.
venue, yeah, it's a different curfew. So I was like,
We
whatever.
didn't look it up. You know
And
we
we
don't do
asked,
that.
we asked somebody too, like one of the workers, and he's like, "Yeah, he comes on at 7:30." So we're like, "Perfect." Ate our Molly. Next thing you know, we're just like, have that like,
Yeah,
kind of like anxious,
Just
ready
kind of
to
like
come
rubbing
on.
our stomachs, like, oh come on now.
But it
Like
was all.
30 minutes of just jitters.
It ended up being all fine though. Everything was good.
Absolutely, the whole night was gorgeous.
So let's get into the set list.
Came out hot with a long forgotten dream. Night
Yep.
1. Really good one to start. And then, what were your kind of highlights?
Can I see the set list real
Yeah.
quick?
Oh, we did get our first senor. I don't think we've had a senor before.
Yeah, I don't
Unless
know.
we did maybe in New Orleans.
Which we might have. Also, like
I don't remember that.
in the past year, I've learned so much new music, like specifically on like the traditional bluegrass vein. I think from living in Nashville and going to like Sons of Stars and all the shows that we go to. So there are a lot of songs that I've probably seen that I just didn't know.
And like, yeah, so the last time we saw Billy was in February for Asheville.
Yeah.
Between that time and now, we've learned so much about the music he plays, who writes the originals, like why he covers what he covers. We've learned a lot in that time, which I huge ode. I was thinking about that the other day. I was listening into someone's conversation and they were like, "Oh, Billy is all about psychedelics and like a good time and everything." I'm like, he's created a community and is like basing that community on teaching us about the music that he is playing. Like that's what it boils down to. I was listening to some like, yeah, it's all about the psychedelics, and like it's not. He's like teaching an entire group of people about the roots of the music he plays, which
Yeah,
I
and
think is so honorable.
I think you can see that too from like the new, like look at some of these new bands like Shadowgrass, maybe like Mountain Grass Unit,
Mountain Grass
Shadowgrass,
Unit,
Magoo, like all these guys like kind
And
of
even like
products.
Sons of Stars having their like where they get their influences
Yeah.
from, and I know Johnny plays a lot of his dad's originals, which is super cool.
But if you
I'd
think
like to
about
talk
like
to him
Alex
about
and
that.
Jackson, like I do think like the older guys like people like Johnny and people like the Kitchen Dwellers and Green Sky Bluegrass. Like I'm certain these guys knew all of this before Billy, but Billy's like making it bigger like than it was. I guess if that makes sense.
Making it more of like
Accessible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, because he's taking the music and twisting it in a way that a larger audience is interested in.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if strictly bluegrass, there's probably not a big crowd of people that are into just strict bluegrass music, but then you get like, you make it a little jammy,
Yeah.
you get a little jamgrass in it opens it up to a lot more people.
Yeah, so looking at the first set for me, I felt that, or the first night really, looking at the whole set list, I felt that was a very blue set. Like, I feel like sometimes he does, like, green is, like, happy, red is kind of, like, spooky. Like
He's got like blue and purple sometimes, it's
Yeah.
kind of like fast.
And the lights and the music were, like, blue to me. And you can see with, like, While I'm Waiting Here, Love and Regret, In the Morning Light, really even Heartbeat of America a little bit. Like those songs were slower, and he played Psycho really slow.
Psycho was slow. I always do love having a Psycho, but that was a slow one. We fixed the technical difficulties. We turned the light off.
So it was a slow Psycho, and that's the song that I always think is like, he always plays it really psychedelically and spooky, but it was just like nice. It was like lullaby-y.
Yeah,
almost.
played it a bit more like the original.
Yeah. Alabama Bound and Wild Bill Jones were both that I had never heard before, I don't think. I've heard Wild Bill Jones, but I've never seen him play it. Alabama Bound, which...
That was a fun one.
And that was a Ledbetter song.
Oh, yeah?
Which is the guy who did In the Pines originally. Or Lead Belly? Or is it Ledbetter?
Ledbetter is that one song that we were talking about, Yellow Ledbetter, the other day.
Oh, so Lead Belly is the guy who does it, yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know how to check you on that, but I will say that first night had 1,000% hands down the best Meet Me at the Creek that I've had. I don't know if it was just me getting into it so much, and like we were down in the front dancing, like in the front of our section dancing, and we kind of had a really lovely group of people dancing around us as well. I got into that song.
He, like, when he's like doing the like dun 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 dun, like right before he starts singing, he has that entire place like in the palm of his hand.
He's got us the whole time.
Like specifically
and you know what
in
he just does? He just hot potatoes us between like him, Alex, fucking Billy failing. He just hot potatoes us from hand to hand.
And like it is such a like feeling that, because there was a time when he was dun 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 dun, like everyone was dancing, and I just stopped dancing and like looked around. And, like, people were, like, leaning forward, like, waiting for it. And, like, the energy, like, in that place is, like, I feel like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. But, like, it's not something you can, like, explain to someone. Like, you have to feel it.
The, like, you get this, like, anticipation, this build, this, like, everyone's got that same shared energy of, like, when's he going to do it? When's he going to do it?
Even people that, like, seem like they haven't really been into it the whole show, or, like, they were talking throughout the show, like, in that moment, everybody's just like, what's about to happen? I feel like most people there know what's about to happen, but the people who don't are like...
They're still interested.
Yeah, they're like, what is he about to do to us?
Yeah.
That was just like... And you said Alex, too, and I want to say this before I forget. Alex Hargraves was...
Star of the whole 3 nights.
It might have almost been the Alex Strings Band this
weekend.
He was on fire.
He rocked it the entire time. I did think that... what's his name? Mandolin. Jared Walker, yeah. I thought that he went off in a very quiet way. I thought that he had an incredible 3 nights as well.
Yeah.
First night in particular, I left the first night being like, that might have been his show too. But Alex he's been on his shit lately.
The first show ended and I was like, I feel like that was the Alex Hargraves show. And then you're like, I feel like it was the Mandolin show. And I was like, he did go off too. And then, like, we started going outside talking to our friends, and everyone was like, it was the Alex Hargraves show.
Yeah, I was like, I think that sometimes I key into one instrument, and a lot of times that's, like, all I can really focus on. I feel like that first show, I was dialed into the mandolin.
I mean, if any of you can do that to any of those guys, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you just want to lock in on
Royal had fucking incredible solos. I think second night he was kind of solo heavy, maybe it was.
We'll get into Billy failing for second and third night. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves there.
But yeah, I hands down can say Alex is a king of his craft.
Yeah.
He gets better every time. It's so exciting to see. It's like so cool. It's exciting to even talk about. Got a big grin on my face how fucking good he is.
I feel like I want to know like all of their backgrounds. I feel like he has to be like classically trained, like a classically trained violinist or something.
I know. I do want to know that too, because the way he kind of carries himself on stage compared to the other boys is a bit more like
specifically
polished.
Like Royal and Billy, yeah,
is a lot more polished.
Because Billy failing, the banjo guys never move. Like I haven't watched his foot; he's just so steady with that foot tap and like nothing else really. Even in like Dos Banjos and like Dos Banjos is really where I feel like he kind of goes off. But even in that, he's still like pretty still the whole time. Let me take one last look at the...
And then encores, we got Natural Born, Gambling Man, and Happy Hollow. I do always love a Happy Hollow.
I'm just going to fly through the set list, too, real quick, just for everyone who wasn't there, don't know. Long Forgotten Dream, While I'm Waiting Here, Into Pyramid Country. That was a good way to start, too. The Pyramid Country just right off fast.
Super hot, yeah.
Riding That Midnight Train, Love and Regret. Great song to be. It's funny because me and Chloe were like cuddle up swaying during that song, and I was like, I was thinking of what would be a nice Billy song for like to be played at a wedding, and then I thought of this song, and I was like, maybe Love and Regret wouldn't be the best
Love
one.
and Regret is one and the same. Maybe I'm walking down the aisle.
Maybe not that one. Hellbender, Senor, Alabama Bound, My Alice, Hide and Seek to End It.
Oh
That's
my
a
God.
great
My
way to end
Alice
this.
and Hide and Seek, that's insane. And it was a really good My Alice, too.
Secrets, Wild Bill Jones, Heartbeat of America. I love that song.
Yeah.
In the Morning Light, and then that one came on, and I was like,
that's the real wedding song.
that can be the wedding
Yeah.
song. Dusty Miller, Must Be Seven, Psycho, Meet Me at the Creek. And then Meet Me at the Creek, he dragged us through, and then Don't Let the Sunshine Fool You.
Yeah. How beautiful.
And then 7 Weeks in County.
I love that.
And then encore, I'm a Natural Born Gambling Man, Happy Hollow. Don't love that encore. I mean,
No?
I do.
I think I'm a Natural Born Gambling Man is kind of fun.
It is fun, like a good way to cinch it out, but I guess
I think Happy Hollow, maybe if they had switched the two.
Yeah.
Because Happy Hollow is kind of, you can drag on Happy Hollow for a little while.
That's just me being picky, though.
So, but I get picky. Do I get picky night 2? Or is it night 3 I get picky on the encore?
So before we get into night 2, though, let's talk about after. So after night 1, what did we do?
After night 1, we moved our car, got posted up next to our people.
And we just went to bed.
We went to bed, yeah. We were knocked. We did the whole day driving. We had both worked. I worked my 3 shifts back to back. Clint worked like 8 in a row, I think. So we knocked out that night. We said our good nights, gave everyone a kiss on the head, and went to bed.
And then we got up early on Friday. Would that be Friday?
Got up early Friday.
Yep. We went to Walmart, got some groceries.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out.
Tuna and soup.
Eggs and bacon. We made eggs and bacon for everyone.
Yeah.
And then...
And had a nice campsite lunch with everybody, or breakfast with everyone. Had some potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Elsie cooked up some carrots, I think.
Is that the day we did the lot pod? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Friday we
basically hung out at the camp until Walmart and camp until we went and did the lot podcast.
Which was like 3:30. Mm-hmm. And then we did go around the lot a little bit, and we met with Troy, and then through Troy we met Rank Strange Design.
Cody, yeah, he was super sweet.
So we just hung around a lot for a little bit. Around 3:30 we set up for the podcast. And I will say, this was the most receptive that people have been. Typically, we're set up for a little while. We're kind of calling out to people. We set up, and I was kind of setting up while you were running to the bathroom. I had like 4 people come up and be like, "What are you doing here? Is this a podcast? Like, what are you setting up?" And before we were even like, chairs were even posted. I made a couple posts on Reddit, and like I think the last time we did it at Billy was February.
Yeah.
Now is October. And like social media presence has grown a little bit. I've met some more people. We've met some more people. So yeah, I think
the name might be spreading around.
Yeah, the name was spreading a little bit maybe. But yeah, we had a great turnout there.
We had numerous amazing conversations.
If you haven't watched that yet, go watch it. It's
go
funny,
learn the people
nice,
that hang around
all of it.
The crowd.
Yeah.
It is a little life lesson at the end. We got a little lectured kind of. At one point.
About farming.
Yeah, we
saw that fella later in the day. He was feeling good.
Oh yeah, he was.
Puddin'.
Pudding was
and we
so
saw
sweet.
Puddin' after the show too. He was so stoked.
Yeah, he was like the podcast guy.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was so nice. He had an incredible show. Just all different walks of lives. Mm-hmm. I mean, Puddin' was like a upper middle-aged man in a nice vest.
He said he had seen like 167 Dead shows. And at first I was like, yo, you want to come on this? He was like, I don't really have the time. He's like, but I have seen 167 Dead shows. And I love Billy Strings. And I was like...
You're tailgating.
I was like, you have 5 minutes to sit down and take a seat.
And he ended up being one of my favorites. Just personality-wise, he was the most cheerful person. He had the biggest smile on his face. At one point, his wife tried to, like, cut in. And I was like, no, he's doing a podcast. And she was like, oh.
I did get called pretentious by a guy in a sweater vest and a comb over.
That was crazy. Yeah, so Clint's like, I think it was Troy actually that was like, hey, who wants to be on a podcast? He's a really cool guy. And this older man, literally in a zipped up vest and a comb over, like Donald Trump style comb over, was like, cool guy, more like pretentious. And I just turned to my side and I said, pretentious? And he was probably far enough away that it didn't hit his earshot, but I was just so shocked, and I was like, says the guy in the sweater vest.
I've been called a lot of things, but I don't know
pretentious
if I've been
has
called that.
never been in the wheel.
No,
has never been in the wheel span. It was so funny to me. I was like, from the most pretentious person on this lot, you're gonna come over here and get on the kids? You're gonna harp on the kids?
On the kids, yeah, I don't know.
I did find that very funny, but I had my bulldog chest on. I was like, what do you mean pretentious?
But the Law podcast went well. One of my favorites. They've all been, each time I've done one, I'm like, that's my favorite, obviously. But they've all been really good.
So yeah, definitely the most receptive people have been. And we got a really cool group of people. We were out there for 2 hours recording. Managed to get a good amount of footage for it. It was a really cool podcast.
And we'll have more coming next week. I'm going to be doing the same thing at Halloween, Friday and Sunday. Maybe 2 Law podcasts, maybe 1 big one. It just depends what the editing process is at, because as fun as those things are, they are a pain in my ass to edit and everything. And we'll talk about that when we get to day 3 of the podcast.
Yeah.
Or day 3 of the trip. But
I will say it was super fun to meet up with these people before, and then we did see a good handful of them afterwards as well, and just seeing the energy in them and how excited they were. It was very fun.
I ordered these little microphones like that plug into my phone, and I can like just go up, and I really, really wish I had them for this. So I could like grab people during set break or grab people after the show. But we're working on getting some little bit better equipment. But
but things cost money, and we don't got much of that. So so we're doing what we can in the time that we can.
Unfortunately, I don't make any money from this. So
yeah.
But so night 2 of the show, we got into night 2, no issues. I don't think we did any extracurriculars on the second day.
No, but okay. So hands down, I think second night may have taken the cake for my best show.
One thing we completely forgot to mention about night 1, if you listen to the podcast, you know that I'm a huge junkie for All Fall Down. And
oh my gosh.
Right off the bat, the 3rd song he teased All Fall Down. During Meet Me at the Creek, he was playing like Meet Me at the Creek and All Fall Down. Like, I thought it was going to be like, I think at one point the banjo was playing All Fall Down and the mandolin was playing Meet Me at the Creek, and Billy was like going back and forth.
Yeah, basically the entire night it was just little hints of All Fall Down. And we do that a lot where we hear the songs that we want to hear. And so we were like, okay, maybe it's, the Molly just getting us excited. We asked everybody, and everyone was like, no, I'm hearing it. Like, he's playing it. It was even when we were doing the Lot podcast the second night, me and you were talking about it, and someone from across the way was like, I heard it too. He's like, he's going to play it. And I knew.
Someone was messaging me. Shouts out Liam on Instagram. He was like, we're getting a crazy All Fall Down night 3.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong.
It was building. And he didn't tease it at all the second night.
No.
It was just that first night. He teased us the entire time. And I was like, I know it's coming Saturday. He's building for a heavy, heavy All Fall Down.
So the second night to me was, again, kind of in that bluish, feel-good set. I love a Billy show where he takes you deep. I guess for a 3-night run, you can't do that all 3 days.
You can't go deep 3 nights in a row.
But I love a Billy show that like takes you deep, and you're like, what just happened at the end of it? And night 2 didn't do that, but I think I cried twice during the first set on Away from the Mire and Stratosphere Blues, which when Stratosphere Blues first came out, that was the first single from that album.
You didn't like it.
I didn't really like that song.
You liked I Believe in You, but you didn't like Stratosphere Blues. And that is the first part of the song, so you would always just switch it over.
Yeah, I never even like really gave it a chance. I remember honestly being like, before the album came out, I was like,
this is what this is.
I was gonna be like, it's finally time he's regressing. Like his albums have been so good. That was my initial thought when that song came out. I was like, it has to happen eventually. But boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. So to start it off, the first 4 songs, I don't think I stopped moving my feet in like a anticipatory, like jittery way. We got The Train That Carried My Girl From Town, Black Mountain Rag, Taking Water, Reuben's Train.
Reuben's Train was so good.
I just got chills too. That opening 4, I was sold. I was like, this is hands down. He could stop here, and this is my favorite show he's played. When we did our set lists, I think in this set he played 3 of the songs that I put on my dream set list.
Really?
I had Train That Carried My Girl From Town. I had 2 others we went over. Probably Gild the Lily, Turmoil and Tinfoil.
Great Gild the
Lily. He had me. And then he came out with 10,000 Miles From a Friend, which is so lovely. I think that's a really nice one to play.
I want to know the why on that song. Like, why? I get it. Like, I know why, but, like, does he have someone close to him that's, like, a trucker or something? Or is it just, like, something he resonates?
Or just, like...
Maybe because him being on the road all the time, it's just something he can resonate with.
Yeah. And then really incredible Away From the Mire.
Yep. And then Away From the Mire, so when I saw Billy for the first time in, I don't know when it was, 2021, 2022, 2021 I think. It was, he played Away From the Mire, and during this Away From the Mire, he like walked to the edge of the stage and like got real psychedelic with the guitar, and he did it again. And I was just like, freaking full circle, like my first Billy show to this one.
Yeah, you said that during it too. You were like, he's doing what he did during my first show.
And I remember like being in that show with like, I was with like some of my best friends and like people that I love, and I'd been wanting to see Billy Strings for a long time, but it was around COVID, and like I was living in Florida, so I wasn't down there, and I was just like so excited to see him. And then like at that time, I think Away From the Mire was my favorite Billy Strings song, and I was just like so like happy to be there in that moment, and it was like an emotional thing. And then like fast forward however many years, and I had like the same feeling of being at a Billy Strings show, and I was just like, with like more I know more people in the area now, and like my life has just changed so much, but it's like still that feeling that you have of like being at one of his shows with like people that you love is like so awesome.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds like really crazy and corny to say, but I think if you've been to a Billy Strings show with people that you love, then like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, because I remember my first Billy show was St. Augustine in like 22? 23?
It was probably April 2023, yeah, because that was when we first started dating.
Yeah,
you got
it
for me
as your
Christmas,
birthday gift. And we went with, I was not like as close with these people at the time, but we went with Grace and Veggie and Cody. And Grace has become one of my best friends. Mm-hmm. Veggie is someone that I hold very, very close to me. Cody is a good friend. We don't talk as often. Cody, love you. We don't talk as often. But, like, Grace and Veggie have become 2 very important people in my life. You are obviously everything in my life. So, there's just, like, a certain... He creates such an environment of just, like, love and community and friendship that it does like foster that kind of relationship. Mm-hmm. And it's so amazing. And I danced my heart out at that first show with that little group of people. We made friends with everyone around us. We were making a shoe pile. Yeah. We had like 20 strangers' shoes in our shoe pile by the end of it.
And it's just so like Troy, for example. Like I don't really talk to him. Mm-hmm. But when I see him at a show, it's like
reuniting. Yeah, with like a brother.
Right where you go. Same with like Mason and
every time I see Mason, he is the first person to run up to us. Garrett, every time we see Garrett around, he's always there for a hug.
Even those 3 lot kids that were in that Instagram video the other day, like I've never talked to them, but like I see them.
I've seen them in every state we go to. There's always a smile and a wave.
And then when I saw them and I was like, "Do you guys want to come do this?" They were so excited. They were like, "Yeah, man, we see you everywhere, man. Like we're Drex and I'm him." And
yeah, it was like, so nice stoked to get their names finally. I don't know why we hadn't approached them sooner, because we genuinely have seen them at every single show. And I think his name was Sam in particular. I have seen him every single lot that we've been on.
It was Drex, Aiden, and the kid that sat in the chair.
I think that might have been... that was...
Aiden was the one with the dog.
Aiden is in the middle. Yeah. The one in the... Okay, so Drex is the...
Drex is the...
I don't know why I thought he was Sam.
I think his name is Nick because they have the same hair.
Maybe that's why. But the guy that was on the end, I have seen him, waved at him, smiled at him at every single lot that we've been on. He is always there. And I don't know why we haven't approached them sooner to get to talk to them, but I'm so glad we finally got names passed, because such lovely people, such great guys. They're just there for the fun of it, living their lives.
And then, let me see the set list real
Oh,
quick.
absolutely.
Oh, I can get into this one. Okay, so Train That Carried My Girl From Town, Black Mountain Ride, Taking Water, Reuben's Train, 10,000 Miles From a Friend, a Robin built a nest on Daddy's grave. It's a song I still don't really know.
What was that one?
It was after 10,000 Miles From a Friend, before Away From the Mire. I see it on set lists sometimes. Sometimes I think I hear it on Nugs, and like for some reason that song just never really sticks with me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it just doesn't. In the Clear, or Away From the Mire, Stratosphere Blues, I Believe in You. In the Clear, Ashland Breakdown, Be Your Man, and Home. Great set.
Great first set. Great way to close the first set.
And then the second set, I mean, come on. Country Blues, these were all solo, I think, for a while.
The first 4, I think, were solo.
Catch and Release, too, yeah. So Country Blues, not New Country Blues. The one thing I wanted I didn't get, but it's okay. Beggars can't be choosers. Country Blues, Give the Fiddler a Dram, Whistling Rufus, Ragtime Annie, and then Catch and Release. Catch and Release is always a fun one.
I like Catch and Release,
Glad
yeah.
you played that. Malfunction and Junction. That's when I took my bathroom break. I remember I was like, he's about to go crazy, and sure enough, he fucking did.
Yeah.
Fire on My Tongue. Banger. Gild the Lily.
Oh, so good.
So good.
So good.
And then back to what we were saying about Billy Strings does a really good job of like letting his band show off.
Yeah.
Alex Hargraves with the solos, Jared Walker with the mandolin, Royal's Royal, just like always. And
always.
Then Steam Powered Aeroplane and Billy Failing singing it. Like, Chloe can attest this. I played that song way too often for a period.
There was a maybe 3-month period where that was just on repeat.
And I did the high little Steam
Aeroplane!
and then when he did it, I was so stoked. Love that he sings that and sings it the way he does. It's so good.
The way he sings it so perfectly. Also, the last time he played that was in New Orleans when you were basically, I think that might have been like your first introduction to that song.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I just was going to Billy String shows because I loved it, and I didn't really dive into the music. And over the last year I have, and like, shouts out John Hartford for...
Yeah.
Someone made a comment on the night 3 set list, and it was like, thank you so much, John Hartford, for creating the song All Fall Down and letting Billy Strings do what he does with it. But then, Steam Powered Aeroplane, Dust in a Baggie, which everyone's heard that song so much, and like when you hear that little, it always gets you going. It always gets.
So, Dust in a Baggie is when you love it when you first discover Billy Strings, and then you play it or hear it so much that every time it comes on after that, you skip.
Yeah.
When you're in your car, you skip it. When you're you just skip it. But when he plays it live, it is such a treat. Yeah. It's such a different feeling. It's just fun. You can't escape that it's fun.
Like, you got to think, there's 6,000 people at that show. Not everyone there is someone that goes to as many shows as they can, you know? Mm-hmm. A lot of those people are people that like, Billy Strings is in town, I'll catch a night.
Yeah.
And one of the like 6 songs they know is Dust in a Baggie.
Yeah.
So when they get Dust in a Baggie and the whole fucking place is singing it, it's awesome.
And it came obviously right after Gild the Lily and Steam Powered Aeroplane, so like not too danceable songs. Yeah. And this was the set where I was next to that girl that wasn't really feeling it, and as soon as he hit Dust in a Baggie, you and me jump up out of our seats. Her boyfriend jumps up out of his seat. And I did feel... There was a little period of time where she was all I could really focus on. So I was like, I know this one's getting intense for her. I was like, the people around her are moving. But I had fun dancing to that one.
And then after Dust in a Baggie, Love Like Me, another great one. Love swaying with Chloe to that one.
Yeah.
And then this new song, this was a really one I wanted to hear. I'm One of Those.
So good. That was amazing.
Just another thing of like, I think Sugar Leg said this in our first interview, like a long, long time ago. But he's like, Billy can just like captivate an audience with his guitar and singing. And like that song is no exception. Like just such a good song. Mm-hmm. I just love that song. I was really, really happy we got to hear that one. And it's not like a super dancey or Really anything, just like his
It
voice.
is just, he's just an incredible musician all around.
Songwriter,
And
yeah.
you can like see the talent in all aspects of that song.
I love
agree with you there.
That's a great one. I'm one of those. Then Turmoil and Tinfoil.
So good. That was a really good Turmoil and Tinfoil.
Didn't take us too deep on it.
Yeah, no.
Didn't take us too deep.
Again, you can't go deep all three. In a run, he will go deep once, but he'll surprise you.
I usually expect
when.
like one a show.
I always
And then,
what
like-
I expect is for the middle show to be deep, because we had talked about maybe taking mushrooms for this song. I always picture easy, deep, easy when he's doing a 3-day run, so I had a feeling he would get heavy here. So we ended up not taking any mushrooms because I was too scared
You know
to
what?
be
Friday's probably
brought
the
through
one.
hell.
Friday's the one that like most people maybe can come to, and that's why. Because I think this was the best night.
Yeah.
I think this was the best night too for like someone introduction to Billy String. If you're like a real Billy String, like really into Billy Strings, maybe third night's the best.
Because hit the current and like all-time bangers. Gild the Lily, everyone
Yeah.
knows at the moment. Dust in the Baggie, everyone knows. Everyone knows Away from the Mire and Stratosphere Blues. I
Yeah.
feel like if you are new or old to Billy, at least one of those are one of your top songs.
And then we got a Sophrony to end it, which me and Chloe love that song.
I love a Sophrony. I wasn't even expecting one. I wasn't even
didn't
asking
think about
for
it.
one.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about it.
wasn't
Yeah,
even on my mind.
I wasn't expecting a Sophrony. It was such a lovely one to get.
And then Encore, 15 Steps.
Okay.
First note, me and Chloe knew it.
First note, I kicked my shoes right
Yeah.
back off, but I will say this is where I get picky. I wanted to be dragged through this
Yeah,
one,
and it was a very
he
nice
kept
one.
it. He kept it very light, and he kept it pretty short. Does it
Yeah.
say? Does it say?
It doesn't
how
say
long?
that on Billy Bass, no.
But he kept it short. He kept it light, and so
quiet,
he
too.
did end that song, and I was still moving and like. Kind of gritting my teeth. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, I was ready to kind of let loose. I love that song. That's one of my favorites that he plays. Maybe
then-
I'll get it again at some point. It's okay.
And then My Sweet Blue-Eyed Darling. So that all around 10 out of 10 show, night
Fucking
2.
incredible show. That
Awesome.
one, it was a banger from start to finish. I had such a fun night.
Oh, side note, I just remembered. The dude that does the intro, this guy's doing a podcast. You want to be on some podcast? The
Come do an
megaphone.
interview.
We met him. He was out there with a fucking megaphone again.
Slinging grilled cheeses.
Slinging grilled cheese. So.
Making good ass money, making good banana pudding.
Yeah, he did. A lot of those guys can be hitters. Actually, all the lot food there looked and smelled really good.
Yeah. Where was it where they had bunk lot
New
food?
Orleans.
New Orleans,
Yeah.
yeah. But I will say at the Orion, they had it down. They had good vendors.
And
All
then-
food looked fully cooked.
And then after night 2, we had a great hang with our folks. We
Yeah,
met
made a little fire.
Luke and his brother and his friend. Shouts out to those guys if they're listening.
Yeah, they were so nice.
Jake and
Zach
Zach and yeah.
and Jake.
Name slipped me. But yeah, they were
Um,
awesome. Hung out till like 3 a.m. with those dudes.
Just
Alec,
building up
Elsie,
that
Jimmy.
fire. Luke was playing occasional songs on the guitar. Just a really nice night, just chatting. Nothing.
Yeah, really low
Really
energy.
nothing. Yeah, it was just passing a bowl around.
But that's like the stuff that's like the most fun, you know?
I
Just, like,
agree.
Getting to know those guys. Like I see Luke everywhere. Seen his girlfriend a couple times. Didn't even know her name.
Yeah.
And just get to hang out with
And
them
then
all
at the
weekend
end
was
of the
awesome.
3 days, you're like giving each other long hugs. And you're like, I can't wait to see you again. Like, can't wait till we all get back in Asheville.
And then just exchanging like stories and stuff from the nights and like,
Yeah.
oh, I got this. You said you wanted that one. We got this
Yeah.
one. Yeah, like that stuff's always fun.
That was my favorite part about asking the people in the Lot podcast what songs they were hoping for. Because when they would get it, there were numerous songs people had asked for that they got that night.
Samuel Penn guy, the
Yeah.
guy from Huntsville. I think he got all 3 that he asked for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he asked for Dust in the Baggie. I think
Away
he asked
from
for
the
Away from the Mire. There was one other.
And there was one more. Yeah.
Cody asked for Steam Powered Airplane.
Yep.
And we got that.
That was a crazy one. That was
a wild
deep in
ass.
his bag,
Good
yeah.
on you, yeah. Oh man, such a sick night. And then ending it the way we did, just
So
around the
then-
fire.
Day 3, we went to Starbucks to edit the Lot podcast, and that was
That took 4 hours.
hell.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get anything done. Turns out there's this thing called a frame rate. So I have to record so I record through this app most of the time. Here's a little behind the scenes for you guys. I typically record through this app called Riverside, and it does everything for me at once. But sometimes the camera will get blurry and that's why you see the camera get blurry, and we have to fix it. And sometimes I'm unable to fix it, so it's just blurry. But it makes my life so easy because the alternate is when I don't have Wi-Fi, I have to record it on my phone, record it on this thing right here that I guess you can't see that goes to my computer, and then I have to put them together and splice it all up so it's like perfectly matched. And it's supposed to do it really easily. There's a button that just says sync audio and video, but since it's offline, there's this thing called a frame rate I found out that I wasn't familiar with, and they have to be the same frame rate, so I had to convert all that, and by the time I figured it out,
we had been there 4 hours. We were like, we hadn't eaten.
Hadn't eaten anything. The show was like getting closer, and we wanted to like chill a little bit before the show. So luckily, I was able to do it all Sunday night at our hotel. We had good Wi-Fi in there. It makes it easy, but it was a pain in the ass. But we got it done, and that was pretty much all we got done.
Yeah.
On Saturday before the show.
I brought a book to read. I kind of just sat there instead.
Yeah.
Just looking around.
I was getting frustrated.
Yeah.
But we got
I was trying to be moral support. Trying to crack jokes at bad times, probably.
And then we went to the show.
But then we went to the show. We ate some tuna and we went to the show.
And I called the opener.
You did.
Leaning on a traveling
Yeah,
song.
you did. You were between two, maybe Red Daisy.
Which
and
Red
then
Daisy was kind of the opener for the second set. Because they did Nashville Blues and Dos Banjos with not the full band. And then the full band came out and they did do Red Daisy.
Yeah.
But I'll let you start for night 3, set 1.
Yeah, so leading on traveling song, that's always going to be a nice one. Then we got Sally Johnson, Fireline, into End of the Rainbow, which we both really liked that.
Never heard that song.
Loved it, though. The lights during that show were incredible. The vibes during that show was so amazing. Everyone was hugging on each other and jumping along. I feel like I had heard it before, but I hadn't seen it live.
Yeah, maybe that was the case. But yeah, like you said, the lights in that lights in that song were incredible.
And then from End of the Rainbow, we hit Show Me the Door. Love that one. That was another one we were just hugging and swaying on.
I'll be there if you need me.
So lovely.
I'll be there even if you don't.
Sounds almost identical to how he would perform it. Yeah, right on key,
singer.
baby.
I'm a bad singer.
And then This Old World. Then we hit Escanaba.
That was a bathroom break song for me.
That was a bathroom break song for you. I like that song.
I like it too, but I know in the beginning, as soon as I hear it, I'm like, this is going to be 5 minutes. Now's my time to go to the bathroom.
5 minutes of only instruments, so yeah, I guess.
I try to go to the bathroom in the middle of one, because I don't want to go during set break. So if I can find a time in the set to go, that's when I usually try
I
to go.
will say the girlies were on their shit. They were in and out of the bathrooms at this venue. I didn't wait in a single line except for, this is night 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I did have to run to the bathroom at one point, and there was a line, and I was hitting a little wave, and there was a point where I was like, I'm going to have to throw open a trash can.
Yeah.
But then the wave passed right as I got up to the stall, so it was all good. Back to it. On the line, Train 45, Ruby.
Yeah,
Ruby was
that's a fun
fun.
one.
Ruby got me going. This is also the night we sat next to two guys that had never seen Billy Strings and had never even heard about him. They just came into 2 tickets.
Yeah, they had never... One of them knew who Billy Strings was, but like never listened to him, just like heard his name. Their friend was like, hey man, we have 2 shows. They're into like folk music, and like Buddy's dad was in like a big band in like Jacksonville back in the day. And they were like, what they said is, I was like, yeah, we're from Asheville. And they're like, why does everyone here look like they're from Asheville? That was his question to us.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what do you mean? And he was like, I've never seen like this many people, all these like hippies here before.
Yeah, he's like, Huntsville does not really carry this crowd of people. Like,
yeah, he was
people
like,
don't
isn't
really...
this a bluegrass thing? Like, what are all these people doing here? And I was like, so you don't know like anything about this? And he was like, no, dude, I don't know like I don't get why this is happening. Like all this stuff. He's gonna come on the podcast.
Yeah,
we're gonna do an interview
we're
with
gonna
him,
do
and
a
that's gonna be
little
a fun
phone
one.
interview.
But yeah, they had no idea. I was like, well, it kind of stems from like the Grateful Dead, and then he was like, and then we were like, I was kind of just like kind of explaining some of this to him, and he was like, so is Goose a jam band? And I was like, that's the question, buddy.
That's
we're all
the
trying
question
to figure
we're
it out.
all asking. Is Goose a jam band?
But that's a
Obviously
side
they
note.
are, but...
Hopefully we'll have an interview with that guy soon. Shouts out, Bo.
But I will say that Ruby was incredible. The energy got so ecstatic in there.
Yeah.
And then Crown of Thorns into Orgasm.
Yep.
Orgasm, I did truthfully have to take myself to the stairs.
Got intense.
That was when I kind of hit a wave of nausea, and I was like, okay, I think my energy is a bit too much for right now, and I took myself to the stairs, which is a shame because
we learned a valuable lesson this weekend about extracurriculars.
Yeah. Well, mine, I don't even think mine was that. I just, sometimes the energy does get a bit much for me.
Yeah.
But
we learned that night 3 is going to be so good regardless. Maybe we don't need to do anything.
I have decided that about all the nights, truthfully.
Billy Strings is so good, you don't need anything.
You don't need additionals. A little weed is nice if you feel like it, but yeah, I'm gonna have fun either way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dance no matter what in a way that I don't really care if people see. Like,
Night 2, we didn't do anything, did we?
no, and someone was talking to me about it recently. I forget who it was. It might have been Katie a little while ago. She was like, you know, when you dance, it's like you take up your space and you don't really care.
Yeah.
My whole thought process is if you make fun of me for dancing, you are lame.
You're a loser.
You're
yeah.
dumb.
Can
like
you
that
imagine
is
being
dumb.
at a show and looking at someone and be like, "What? Is he,
Wow,
is
look
he
at them
lit?"
dance.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're dumb. You're the lame one.
And even if you're not dancing, like, why are you not watching the music? Like,
Exactly.
Weird
yeah.
guy.
So why are you here?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna have a good time. But so that's my thought process. I don't know where that came from, but anyway, and then ended that set. I did come back in towards
Yep.
the end of Orgasm. I saw the last.
that was
maybe
an
3
intense one.
minutes.
I wanted to be dragged. He dragged you on
Yeah.
that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, and then I came back in. I was a bit upset because everyone was like, "Oh my god, that was the craziest orgasm ever." I'm like, "Shut up! Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it." But then he ended that set with Big Spike Hammer,
Yeah.
which is always
we love
a
that one.
favorite. That feels like a little. We get that a lot at every show we go to in Asheville. I feel so. It feels like a
Big
little.
Spike Hammer.
Feels like a little hometown classic. It was nice
That was
to
a
kind of
good
come
one.
back to earth a little bit with a Big Spike Hammer. And then during set break, we got to talking with the two guys next to us.
Yep.
Kind of figuring out their brains, picking their brains on where they're at with this whole Billy Strings thing.
I was like, you guys want any performance enhancers? And
They're talking about like, oh, we have 5 kids.
He was like, I don't know if I really get it, man. I was like, you want any performance enhancers? And he was like, I got this, and it was a beer. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
Don't take mine if you have beers. Don't take extra performance enhancers if you've taken beers.
If you've taken beers.
If you've taken beers to the dome. Okay, and then second set. Comes out with Nashville Blues, a lovely Dos Banjos, and Red Daisy.
Red Daisy.
Super fire Red Daisy. I always do like Dos Banjos because it's fun to see them.
Yeah.
Banjo is an impressive instrument. I feel like you're doing 40 things at once when you're playing a banjo.
Yeah.
You're using all 10 fingers at the same time, I feel.
Then a Lonesome Moonlight Waltz. And then the California Sober, Ain't Nothing to Me. And then Doing Things Right.
Doing Things Right went crazy.
I wanted to get dragged a little bit that night, and I may have indulged a little more than I should have.
Baby got dragged.
And during that song, I got dragged for sure. Billy Strings took me to wherever he
Billy
wanted to
Strings
take me.
dragged him far, far away.
Far away, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there might have been some claws around his shirt dragging him away.
But we got in it fast. It came really quickly, and it left really quickly. And it was...
I guess that's the way you want to be dragged.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the heat
All
of it
day, yeah.
all day, yeah.
But we did some extracurriculars. I did some extracurriculars in that moment. And kind of right when Red Daisy started, I was like, I'm going to do a little of this.
Yeah, and then California Sober,
Just
you
kind of kicked it off.
You do stout. You're like, all right.
And then Doing Things Right really...
But I will say the fucking lights on that show, the lights on that song in particular went wild. I was kind of watching them from, I was waiting on Clint out in the kind of lobby area, and I was kind of watching the lights from the wall a bit. Crazy. He went so intense.
And then by Cabin Song, we were pretty much back. We were back good.
Cabin Song is a beautiful one. I like that one a lot.
We were making our way back to our seats, and we heard Tangled Up in Blue. And once we heard Tangled Up in Blue, we knew what was coming after that.
we know his tricks.
Yeah.
We know when you play a little Tangled Up in Blue and you hold that ooh too long, I know what's coming.
We were walking back to our seats and Chloe's like, you ready to go in or do you want to stay out? And I was like, no, we're going in.
You were like, let's deal with this later. I want to go back in.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was
like, we'll figure this out in a bit. Let's get inside.
I feel good enough. Let's go back in.
Yeah.
So, had a little, got taken deep by Mr. Strings during doing things right. Tangled Up in Blue started. We got back just in time for the Whirly Pig.
The Whirly Pig of the century, truthfully.
And what else can we say? It's all we wanted. We got it.
Yeah, we had been waiting. The anticipation had been building.
It was like everything else that had happened that week. Like, the build-up of the week of, like, I had been working for, like Chloe said, for so long. Like, doubles, just, like, grinding to save money to do this trip. Sleeping in the car. All that was just, like, no more when he started playing. We were just dancing, and it was awesome.
And then
Like, the greatest... I love when he uses that song as the encore, or the ending song.
Well, and then he hits the beginning of the end. That is my favorite way ever. That's every time that song is played, I get chills. I get emotional. We had like formed a quick relationship with these guys next
Zach
to us.
and Jake were next to
Zach
us.
and Jake were with us that we had talked about earlier.
Or maybe it was just Jake, actually.
No, it was. I believe it. Oh, it was just Zach.
Yeah, it was just Zach. Yeah.
So it was us, like 5, these 2 guys that we had just met. We're all arms around each other singing this song. These men don't know this song, but
This
we're
big
singing
dude.
about, like, being best friends and meeting up again and everything. I just got chills again. I love that song.
And this
I think
big guy in, like, a diamond jacket was just coming hugging everybody.
Yeah, hugging everyone up in
Yeah.
the front. I went down. There was a lady, an older lady I had been dancing with the last 3 nights up at the front. I went down and I gave her a big hug, and she was like, it was so nice dancing with you all weekend. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about, man. There is nothing better. And then we heard a vroom vroom.
Yep.
And then he hit us with a vroom vroom. And we got a really sick lead foot.
Yep.
Another one that I wish had gone on longer, but that's probably just because I didn't want it to end.
And then what was the very last one?
Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, honestly, I was reading the Reddit after this show, and everyone was like, I don't hate that you ended with Tennessee. I was like, go on back to Tennessee. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
So happy that you played that song. No one was upset with that.
I'm sure a few of the SEC boys were.
Oh, yeah, they could cry about it.
But
overall, incredible show.
incredible weekend. There's no one else I would rather spend it with.
I know, baby. I had so much fun. No one else would rather eat tuna on a parking lot. And we got to talk about night 3 vibes, though.
Oh, the Nitrous Mafia.
So
Cool it, guys.
We had been posted up for 3 nights in our same spot. We hadn't moved our car since we went to Walmart 2 days prior.
Our area was clean when we weren't
Yeah,
there.
we were
Things were
tidying
tucked
up,
away.
compact.
It looked like we hadn't been there.
Yeah, we come back out and there's a big black van posted up next to all our spots. And you know what? It's a hustle. It's part of it. We'll let you do your thing. But it's itching on like 3 in the morning.
She said big black van, by the way.
What did it sound like I said?
Big black man.
Oh, no, I said big black van. I'm so sorry. That's funny. But it's like itching on 3 in the morning. All of us are exhausted. You don't sleep too good when you're sleeping in the back of a car. And so we're kind of like asking them to leave,
or at least like not. We have towels on the car, and they're like brushing by, and like the
they're
towels
like
are falling
flipping
off.
towels up and
Yeah.
like running it, like they're budging into our car. Our car is shaking, like we're laying in the back. So after the show, I had to kind of take a time out and just kind of decompress a bit and be one-on-one with you. I was like, I just don't want to talk to people yet. You had kind of dozed off a bit, and all of a sudden, I just hear, "We've been here too, shut the fuck up and get over there."
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is talking that way? And I see Kaya walking towards our camp, and I see just the three Nitrous Mafia kings.
And that lady.
It was the lady was the head of it all. She was
The
scrubbing a
guys
little
were like
junkyard
kind of
dog.
nice. Because the guys were coming by the whole time, all 3 days, and they were like nice. And it was the lady who was just like causing the issues.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
And for me to not even hear what our camp had said to them,
Two cars away, yeah.
and then for her to respond with that kind of hostility, I shot up out of bed. You woke up and you like put your hand on me. And you were like, do you want to go out there? And I was like, no. I was like, not yet. I was like, they are being, I don't know what is going on. She is swearing at us. Like, they're being hostile. It's like, I don't know if we have to go out and, like, give us numbers or something. Because, like,
which we did.
We're not a big group. Like, Jimmy was there.
Yeah.
But, like, we're not a big group of people. And so we do go out there and we sit in our chairs.
They had left. They did end up leaving.
They left about 10 minutes after we got out of the car and sat down. And I was like, yo, what has happened? Kaya was like, I asked them to leave. Like, we have been here for 3 nights. I asked them if they could just move away because they're popping and blowing balloons right next to where we're trying to sleep. A very reasonable request, I feel.
That's your phone over.
And she just came back and absolutely yelled. Oh, yeah, check our texts for that string. But then they did end up moving away. One thing that does make me upset is seeing the state of the lot afterwards.
Yeah.
I kind of went around for a bit and tried to pick up as much trash as I could, but that does always make me sad, the amount of balloons that are around. I know that everyone has their fun and everything, but it is just be mindful. Like, there's still someone that has to do that job of picking up after you. At least have the respect for them.
Just clean your area, man. Like,
yeah, if you stay within 5 parking spots, just clean those 5 parking spots.
Yeah.
And I know it was windy,
think too,
so
like that makes things look a lot worse than it was. Like, the trash cans get overflowed, you put your stuff next to the trash can, where else are you going to put it? And then the wind was windy and it blows. But we left the next morning, our spot was clean, there was people out there that were showgoers, you know, cleaning up other people's stuff, which like isn't their job, but it is nice that they do that.
Yeah. Overall, we had a fucking incredible weekend. It
Already
was so
thinking
much
about
fun.
maybe going to Louisville.
Yeah, we were gonna take it off, and even that band that I like, Top House, is gonna be in Asheville. I like Billy more. I'm sorry, guys. I would really like to see you again.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but we are kind of thinking about scooting over to Louisville and seeing what it's like over there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Anything else?
And then we spent 2 nights in Atlanta and we slept for 2 days
Pretty
straight.
much, yeah.
We slept until about 11 the first night and then 9:30.
Yeah, we canceled on the Bucks game. It was just too far of a drive for a football game.
Save ourselves 16 hours of driving.
We put all that driving hours into sleeping.
Yeah, we really did.
Coming up next, we got Halloween. So we got Jamie Buffett tonight. We're going to interview those fellas. Hopefully that episode will go out on Monday. And then we're going to get some stuff for you at Halloween. Maybe a couple artist interviews, a couple lot podcasts. We'll be set up for a while. And then who knows, maybe we'll see you guys again at Billy Strings in Louisville, and if we don't go there, you'll definitely see us all 4 nights in Asheville. We've already got our tickets. We're ready to play. Yep. That all for you?
This is my fox. He smells like lavender. I got him so that when we're at Halloween, he can sit in the car and warm up, and then when we get in there at night, it smells like lavender.
Yep.
That's about it.
Alrighty, guys. Have a great weekend. If you're going to Halloween, if you're probably already there, actually, but if you're going to Halloween, come say what's up to us. Find us. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Halloween. Be safe. And remember, wherever you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be.
Come along, have a drink with me. We can talk about the world and how the world it turns so slow. Day and night I found cars they drive and planes they fly. I look into the sun and the sky, you're so bright. It's you that I have found. Oh, and I know there's not much longer now. Or if the world would just slow down. The moon and the stars, they sail across across the sky. And I could watch you dance all through the night. When the rhythm is right. Oh, and I know the sun is rising now. Or if the world would just slow down. So you move with me and I'll move with you, and I could spend the rest of my life by your side. It's you that I have found. Oh, and I know it's not much longer now. Or if the world would just slow down. There's not much longer now. Or if the world would just slow down.